So you know that saying, the grass is not green on the other side, is very, very true. You cannot waste your life looking at what somebody else has and praying and hoping that you get exactly what they have, because you don't know what they put in to have that. There are people out here that are working hard and they're making money, but then they don't have the time to put in to have a family, or they have to use the money that they're making to assist them with having a family because maybe they can't get pregnant. Then you have people out here who have all the time in the world because they don't do anything with themselves, but they're not making any money and they can't afford to take care of their family, and they have a lot of children. There are always different sides to all of these coins out here. And the main thing that you got to remember is to be grateful for what you have. Don't want what somebody else has. You do not know how high the water bill is over there for that grass that looks greener, okay? You want to worry about yourself. Worry about your capabilities and what you can do, and how the journey of life has gotten you this far, and what you feel like your reward should be. Work towards that, okay? Because when you get what's for you, it is for you, and it is your blessing, and you will be appreciative to it and for it, because you know it could have been a lot worse, because you know what you've gone through, because you know you could have not had anything at all, but somehow, some way, God blessed you anyway. You have to be grateful for that. I know I'm so grateful. I thought my life was over like 20 years ago, and I was only like 22, 23 years old. I just knew my life was over. I was ready to clock out, and I went into a severe depression. And I didn't really talk about it to people because I felt like, you know, if I talk to people about it, what can they really do for me? You know, if I tell you that things aren't going right for me, the only thing they're going to do is say, but you are working, but you do have a roof over your head, but this, but that, and that wasn't enough for me at the time. I didn't know to be grateful for what I had. I was like a spoiled brat. I expected more just because my childhood was not good to me. So I just could not understand why God couldn't give me more. And I know now it's because I wasn't working for it. I just expected things to be handed to me because I wanted them. And if you get what you want, we already know a lot of times you get it, you don't really want it. You'll get it for a little bit and be happy just to be like, yes, I got it. And then what winds up happening is it's just a bunch of nonsense, okay? And I realized that I had stinking thinking. I was attracting the wrong things to me because I wasn't thinking the right way. I didn't value myself. So how can I expect others to value me if I didn't value myself, right? So time went on. I learned a lot of lessons. I had a lot of valuable people come into my life to teach me those lessons. I had a lot of experiences to teach me those lessons, and I lived life. So now at 40 years old, I can look and say that I am so grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful that I still have my sanity. I'm grateful that I have found a talent that God has given to me so I can assist others. And I'm just ready to embark on that journey like full-fledged, because it's kind of been like a part-time job when I've been helping people, and I hadn't really like thought about monetizing myself or how I could really put myself out there. But now that I have that part covered, I'm all in. And this year right here, I laid down a great foundation. So now moving forward, I can just do that much more and assist that many more people. So I definitely am looking forward to the way that everything is moving. And I know it's because I'm worried about my grass and my side. I'm not worrying about nobody else's stuff. I'm worrying about my stuff. And in me worrying about my stuff and making sure that I'm okay, that means that my family is okay. And that means that God will continue to give me more because he sees that I'm truly grateful for what I have. So I hope that this video touches you. I hope that it helps you to think about the things that you have, no matter how big or small. Be grateful for that. You're somehow watching this video right now, so you either got a phone, a computer, or a tablet that you're using, and even if it's not yours, at least you're able to use it to get this message, okay? And that's the little things that I'm talking about being grateful for. Even if you had to borrow it from somebody, you have somebody there that you were able to borrow it from. be grateful for the little things and start to ask God to give you a miracle a day, and you'll be surprised with what you start to see in your life. When I started doing that, I started doing that about maybe 10 years ago. I just started asking God to give me a miracle every day. Sometimes that would be that I woke up late and I still made it to work on time. And that was enough for me. That was enough to keep me going. And that was enough to help me start to just realize that if I ask God for stuff, it's not like he's just going to give it to me, you know, like, oh, here you go, you asked for this. But he's going to give me the tools so I'll be able to get to where I need to get to. He helps those that help themselves. And I always say, you can't ask God to order your steps if you're not willing to move your feet, okay? Don't ask somebody to do something for you if you just want to sit back and expect them to give it to you, because that's not going to be something that's repetitive. You need to learn how to do yourself. Learn how to be proud of yourself. Learn how to have strength in yourself. Learn how to depend on yourself, okay? Learn how to make yourself proud. And all of that will culminate, and it will give you that insane faith you need to learn how to trust the process and prepare for opportunity. That's the main thing, because there's going to be more than one opportunity that can come your way. It's going to be, you know, but it's only going to happen, and you'll see the fruits of it if you are prepared. You can see the opportunities come, but you're going to look at it negatively if you're not ready, because you're not getting anything from it. But if you prepare yourself as much as you can and you start to receive from that, it makes a big difference. Trust me, I am living proof of that. And I'll be sharing more and more of my story so people can see how my insane faith is. You know, I listen as much as I can to God, and I'm not perfect, but I listen. And I take what I learn and I take what I hear and I try to make something out of it, because I'm so selfish that I feel like I gotta make it. You know, I have to take what I'm given and do something with it, because there were times when I wasn't given anything and I survived that. So now if I'm given information, if I'm given resources and tools, then there's no reason for me to not be able to be successful. That's my insane faith. That's how I trust the process and prepare for opportunity. Every time I get something in my hand, when I say I'm selfish, I mean like I take it and I make something out of it, you know. And it's like when you start to do that for yourself, it makes a big difference. It starts to get you to where you need to be mentally. Once you get to where you need to be mentally, everything else will follow. The mind is the hardest thing to change, and the mind is the hardest thing to get to where you need it to be, because that's the thing that can change the way you think about stuff. And you don't want to start thinking negatively on stuff when you haven't even really, like, you know, worked that hard for it. You don't want to say, well, I know I can't do that. No, how about I don't know if I can? I don't know if I can, and I know I can't are two different things. Because if you say I know I can't, then guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen. You know you can't, so you're going to prove yourself right. You're not going to be able to do it. But if you at least say, I don't know if I can, that means you're willing to try and see if you can do it. And when you do that, that opens up doors for you. Then next thing you know, your mindset will turn to, I want to try it. I want to see if I can. Okay? And then you're off to the races. You trust me, things will start to work out, because even if you don't get exactly what you thought you would get, you're going to get something. At least if you get that try will show you what you need to do next time. That's all. So please, please, please change your thinking and want more for yourself, because it is, it is going to affect so many different people. And you probably are a blessing to other people. I'm sure you are. So you definitely want to make sure that you continue on that path of being a blessing by making sure that you have your mind together so you can do what you need to do so you can keep moving forward. So remember, trust the process, prepare for opportunity so you can activate that insane faith.